Everyone, Michelle here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, I just want to say welcome. I am a homeschooling mom of two. I homeschool the Brave Writer way. I love everything Brave Writer, so you'll hear me talk a lot about that in here. I have to, like I said, I have two children, and I just share the things that are working for us, just to encourage you and motivate you, and just help homeschool moms out there. So today I'm hosting a collaboration called Tips for New Homeschool Moms. Now in August and September, there's going to be tons of moms, families starting in this homeschooling journey. And it can be a scary time, exciting time, but also scary. When I started 3-4 years ago, I was scared. I felt maybe this is not the right thing. I'm not doing the right thing for my kids. Even as a teacher, that's what I went to school for. I still felt like I wasn't prepared to teach my children. But know that you are. And I just want to share a couple tips with you all. Okay, just things that work for me and things that I went through, just to help you out, and hopefully this will motivate you and encourage you and let you know that yes, you can do this. Okay. So when you're done watching this video, go below and check that playlist for some amazing homeschooling moms videos. This will be a great place. See, if you're a new homeschool mom, YouTube is a great place for encouragement, for motivation, as a homeschooling parent. So make sure you check those ladies, check their videos, subscribe to their channel, so throughout the school year you can get some amazing motivation, encouragement, ideas, curriculum reviews, and it's just going to be amazing. YouTube has an amazing community of homeschool moms, and I'm so happy to be part of it, because I'm able to help moms just like you in this homeschooling journey. Okay, so let's get started. I have 5 tips for new homeschool parents, new homeschool families. Okay, tip number 1: don't try to do everything your first year. Don't try to fit everything in your first year of homeschool. Start with your core classes and then start adding things one at a time. Okay, you have your core classes that you have to teach your kids, like reading, math, and writing. Then you have your core, content things like social studies and science and geography. And then you have extra things like art appreciation and art and music appreciation. You can do PE, you can do so many things. Don't try to fit everything out in your first year. If your first year, all you can get in is your core classes, I think that's okay. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed thinking that you have to teach all these things your first year, and then start getting overwhelmed because you cannot get everything in one day or in 1 week. Okay, so my tip for you will be, don't try to do everything your first year. Try to maybe just stick to your core classes, do a little bit of science and social studies just by reading some good books, and then the next year start adding more things. Okay, so that is my first tip. My second tip: I try to find your rhythm of homeschool before you join a co-op. Okay, this is my 4th year homeschooling, and I'm finally gonna be joining a co-op. I didn't feel my first couple of years that I had a good rhythm going, that I knew what I was doing, that I wanted first to find my style, my philosophy before I join a co-op. Now I feel that I'm ready for that. I have found my place in homeschooling. I found my philosophy, the way I want to teach my kids. I think now I'm able to join a co-op. So this is our 4th year, and I'm going to join a co-op. It might not work like that, but for me personally, that's a tip that I want to give you. Try to find your rhythm with homeschooling. Try to find your style and what you want to do with your kids before you join a co-op. Okay, that's what worked for me. It might be okay for you, but me, personally, I felt that was a good idea to wait a little while before I joined a group. Okay, tip number 3: it is okay to change your curriculum if you don't like it. I know it's hard. You might have spent a couple $100s on a curriculum, but if it doesn't work for you, maybe change it in the middle of the school year. Maybe try to change a couple things here and there, because you do not want to go the whole year working with something that you don't like. Okay, so it is okay to change your curriculum if you don't like it, or to tweak it to work for you if at the beginning you think it's not working. Okay, so please I know sometimes you feel, oh, I spent all this money on this curriculum, but I think your sanity and the sanity of your kids and your happiness is a lot more important than a couple $100 that you spent. Okay, so that's a tip. Tip number 4, make sure you find some support. It is very important to find some support. My first year, I was alone. I didn't even have online support groups. I joined this, a community, but I didn't feel like I fit in, so I didn't, do anything with that group. Just kind of, for, extra things. And, Homeschool Association. Just make sure you find some support. Even if it's just one friend that is there to walk with you. Find an online group, support. There are tons of support groups out there. I belong to a Brave Writer, Brave Schoolers support group that is, with Brave Writer. And it's just great. You post questions in there. You post when you're having a bad day, and you get good support. Okay, so try to find, I say, find a support, find a veteran mom, maybe somebody that has already graduated, their kids, just to give you a little bit of encouragement. So it's just important. Make sure you find that support, either be one friend, be a veteran mom, be an online group. Okay, come here on YouTube, and just look at some channels, and you can get a little bit of support, and you can be part of the homeschool YouTube community. But I think it is important. I was really isolated my first year. I did a lot of things alone, and with my kids, and I felt alone. So after that, I started to more to reach out to more people. One of my friends started homeschooling, so it was great, because then we have other people to do field trips. So important, find a support, find a friend, or even if it's online. Okay, so important. And tip number 5, read aloud a lot. I didn't read aloud a lot to my kids my first year. I don't think we read a book. We read, what we had to do for science and Bible and social studies and all those things, but we didn't do read aloud. And, I regret it. And then as the years went by, as I immersed myself into the Brave Writer lifestyle, I have been reading so much more. So make sure you read a lot to your kids. Even going back to tip number 1, don't think you feel like you have to do everything. If you read a lot to your kids, I think that's great. If that's a lot of what you do, oh, that's perfect. Okay, so make sure, that's my last tip, make sure you read aloud a lot. Okay, because I regret not reading. We didn't do any read alouds my first year, and I regret that. I always started one and we never finished it. So so make sure you do that. Even if nothing is falling into place, or you think everything else is chaotic and some things are not working, read to your kids. It's just the value of that is so important that everything else will start to fall into place as you go. Okay, so these are my 5 tips for homeschool parents. I could keep talking, but then my video will be way too long. But make sure you check the playlist below, because everyone is going to have a different tip. There are tons of moms participating in this collaboration. I don't want to say thank you for all of you that are participating. I am blessed by all of you. So make sure to check that playlist below. Make sure you go and subscribe to all those ladies that have a video. And hope you guys have a wonderful year. We are here for you to answer questions, to encourage you and motivate you. So please don't feel scared to reach out to us that are here in this YouTube community, because I do this because I love it. I have a passion to helping new homeschool parents and encouraging and motivating them. Okay, so please don't be scared to reach out to me or to anyone that you find in this playlist below. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscription button and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.